sunshine begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. See the man who's been crying for a million years. So many tears. So many tears. See the girl who's collected broken hearts for souvenirs. It's more exciting than a one-man band. The saddest little show in all the land. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Master told me one day I'd find peace in every way. But instead, for the clue, wrong things I was bound to do. Keep my head to the sky, for the clouds to tell me why. As I grew, and with strength, Master kept me as I repent. And he said, keep your head to the sky. Keep your head to the sky. He gave me the will to be free, purpose to live is reality. And I found myself never alone, just came to make me strong, to step right up and be a man, 'cause you need faith.
I did hand on my. I read that part of the series one.
17 we fell in love. High school sweethearts. Love was so brand new. We took the vows of man and wife. Forever for life. I remember how we made our way. A little patience, the times we prayed. Can't imagine that this love is through. Feeling the pain, girl, when you lose. Oh, it's too hot, lady. Gotta run for shelter, gotta run for shade. It's too hot.
This has got to be the saddest day of my life. I called you here today for a bit of bad news. I won't be able to see you anymore because of my obligations and the ties that you have. We've been meeting here every day. And since this is our last day together, I want to hold you just one more time. When you turn and walk away, don't look back. I want to remember you just like this. Let's just kiss and say goodbye.
Don't stop me till I'm through. This is something I hate to do. We've been meeting here so long. I guess what we done, was wrong. Say goodbye. Many months have passed us by. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. I can't lie. I'm gonna miss you. I've got ties, and so do you. I just think this is thing to do. It's gonna hurt me, I can't lie. Maybe you'll meet
check. Ready? Parade! Parade! Sean!
Go ahead.
Shoulder! Arms! Move to the right and raise! Roll it! Done!
Being a good police officer is one of the most difficult, dangerous, and idealistic jobs in the world. Thomas Hauser. Today's passing out parade serves as a profound statement to the dedication and unwavering commitment by Batch 155.
By the left! Man!
We gather to honor and celebrate these new graduates, and of course, as they embark on their noble journey of service to the nation. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as well as those joining us on the various social media platforms. We're pleased to have you celebrate with us this afternoon as we celebrate with the members of Batch 155. I am Sergeant Charmaine Hassock, and with me this afternoon is
Sergeant Selvin Smith.
It is our esteemed pleasure to serve as your narrators for this momentous occasion. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, the Jamaica Constabulary Force Band is leading on the members of the graduating class onto the parade square, and the band is of course being led by Mr. Doran McCarthy, a Deputy Superintendent of Police, along with other members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force Band.
I'm sure I don't have to bring your attention to the beautiful set of men and women making their way onto the parade square, being led by our Chief Drill Instructor, Sergeant O'Shane Lennon, and his...
The parade marshal this afternoon is Sergeant O'Shane Lennon, and the assistant parade marshal is Sergeant R. Reader, a supernumerary.
Go ahead, make some noise and make them feel welcome, because we're going to ask you to be quiet momentarily. Beautiful. All right, so listen up as the commands are given.
Parade! Halt! The parade will advance. Left! Done! Parade! Order! Arms! In open order! Roll! Test!
Steady! Number 2 man, number 1 squad, just for the shit. Steady! Number 3 man, just for the shit. Steady! Number 5 man, number 1 squad, just back a shit. Steady! Number 6 man, just back a shit. Steady! Number 7 man, just back a shit. Steady! Number 2 man, number 2 squad, just forward a shade. Steady. Number 3 man, just back. Steady. Number 7 man, number 2 squad, just back a shade. Steady. Stand still. The front rank. Number 1 man, number 1 squad, just forward a shade. Steady. Number 2 man, just back. Steady. Number 3 man, just forward a shade. Steady. Number 4 man, just back. Steady. Number 7 man, number 1 squad, just back a shade. Number 7 man, number 1 squad, just back a shade. Steady. Number 8 man, just forward a shade. Steady. Just back a shade. Steady. Number 5 man, number 2 squad, just forward a shade. Wait. Steady. Number 4 man, number 2 squad, just forward a shade. Steady. Stand still. The steady rank. Number 1 man, number 1 squad, just forward a shade. Steady. Number 2 man, just forward a shade. Steady. Number 3 man, just forward a shade. Steady. Number 1 man, number 2 squad, just back. Steady. Number 2 man, number 2 squad, just forward a shade. Steady. Number 3 man, just forward a shade. Steady. Number 4 man, just forward a shade. Steady. Stand still. The rear rank. Parade. Always front.
Parade. Stand down. Ice. Stand easy.
You have just witnessed the dressing of the parade as the parade marshal has prepared them to receive the new level of command, which is the parade commander on way. We want to point out to you, our visitors, that the graduation program is accessible by our QR codes, which are placed in obvious places to include the entrance to each tent, respective tents, as well as the refreshment area, which is located west of the parade square. So you just go ahead and access the program.
As we await the parade commander and his team, to our graduates here this afternoon, we want to encourage you. We're extremely proud to be celebrating with you this afternoon. Today, of course, marks the beginning of a noble journey, one in which you will demonstrate your commitment to the safety and welfare of our communities. We want to remind you that policing transcends numerous boundaries, and you stand as a testament to this.
Parade. Parade. Chan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we also want to encourage you to cooperate with us as best as you can for a seamless execution of this program. And by that I mean, as soon as we indicate, please be quiet so that the graduates and other persons affected can hear the commands being given by the persons on parade.
Ladies and gentlemen, our parade commander this afternoon is currently on parade with his team, and the parade marshal is handing over the parade to the parade commander. Our parade commander today is Mr. Dave Foreman, a superintendent of police supernumerary, and he's assisted by officers on parade, Mr. O'Neill James and Miss Latola Knight, both deputy superintendent of police operating in the supernumerary capacity.
As the parade commander dispatched the members of his delegate to their pre-approved or predestined locations on parade, we want to also introduce the inspectors. The inspectors on parade are Inspector D. Ellis and Inspector Leonardo Gordon, both supernumeraries.
While we observe the activities that are currently taking place, we want to extend a special welcome to our visitors who are always here with us, and we want to also acknowledge those who may be joining with us for the first time. We like to use this opportunity to share a little about our campus. And I'm sure that many of you knew that prior to the Jamaica Constabulary Force conducting training at this facility, the Jamaica School of Agriculture operated from this facility for a number of years.
Stand up! Ice. Stand! Easy!
The Twickenham Park district in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, served as the home of the Jamaica School of Agriculture, the JSA, from 1942 to 1981. In 1976, the JSA was relocated to Verdant Parish of Portland, and the facility was transferred to the Jamaica Constabulary Force as part of the Urban Development Initiative.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just heard the sound of the first whistle, which signifies the arrival of our first specially invited guest.
Right!
Our first guest this afternoon is Dr. Kevin Blake, Commander of the Order of Distinction, Justice of the Peace, and Commissioner of Police.
Parade! Song!
Dr. Kevin Blake has served the Jamaica Constabulary Force for over 22 years and was appointed Commissioner on March 19, 2024. He's the holder of a Doctor of Philosophy in Sustainable Development from the University of the West Indies in the fields of information systems and policing. This afternoon, he will receive a sword salute.
Right! Stand up! Ice! Stand! Easy!
At this time, Dr. Kevin Blake is being escorted to his seat by Mr. Aaron Fletcher, Senior Superintendent of Police, representing the Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of Training Branch and Director of the National Police College. He's also being escorted by Mr. Lawrence Ogilvie, a Superintendent of Police and Commandant here at the National Police College. While we await the sound of our second whistle, we'd like to use this opportunity to tell you a little more about Batch 155.
Batch 155 commenced their basic training at the Harmon Barracks Training Campus on February 9, 2024. This batch comprises of 129 constables. The cohort has significantly benefited from the guidance and expertise of several exceptionally skilled officers and sub-officers.
The persons, ladies and gentlemen, who have contributed to the success of the men and women standing here before us this afternoon, we have Mr. Merrick Watson, Assistant Commissioner of Police.
Parade! Song!
The Honorable Dr. Horace Anthony Chan serves as Jamaica's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security. He has held the position of Minister of National Security since March 2018 and has been actively involved in the health sector, encompassing both public and private domains since 1977. He is being escorted by Mr. Aaron Fletcher, Senior Superintendent of Police, representing the Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of Training Branch. He's also being accompanied by Mr. Lawrence Ogilvie, Superintendent of Police and Commandant of the Faculty of Initial and Probationary Training.
Parade! Shoulder!
Today he will receive a general salute. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand.
Parade! General salute! Precinct! Parade! Shoulder! Parade! Order!
Please be seated. As you continue to observe in the direction of the saluting dais, you will see the parade commander approached and is now communicating with the minister. What he's doing, he is reporting on the status of the parade, the number of persons on the parade, and has invited the minister to join the rest of the persons for the review of the parade. I also want to bring your attention to the persons who you noticed earlier on were assisting with the opening of the doors of the vehicles that arrived. We call them car door openers. Now they are transitioning into a new role, and that role will be the escorts to the reviewing team. So if you notice, they are neatly positioning themselves to escort the team.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the reviewing party reviews the parade, we would like to use this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of some of our very specially invited guests who are here with us this afternoon. We have Mr. Clifford Blake, Deputy Commissioner of Police, with responsibility for the Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau. We also have Mr. Andrew Lewis, Acting Deputy Commissioner of Police, in charge of the Administration and Support Services portfolio. We would like to acknowledge Mr. Andrew Smith, who is representing the Custos of St. Catherine.
We also have Mr. Heston Booth, Deputy Superintendent of Police, and he, of course, is the Director for the Jamaica Constabulary Force Choir.
We have in our midst Mr. Raymond Wilson, a Superintendent of Police and Head of the JCF's Welfare Department.
We have in our presence Dr. Gary Buldu Fletcher. He's, of course, our Chief Chaplain here at the Constabulary Force.
We also have Mr. Robert Gordon, Senior Superintendent of Police at the JCF's Administration Branch. We also want to acknowledge Mr. Otis Rowe, acting superintendent from the St. Catherine Fire Brigade. We have celebrating with us this afternoon the Jamaica Police Federation, and the executive members are always here with us at our graduation exercise, and we want to make them feel especially welcomed this afternoon.
And as you continue to observe what is happening on the parade square, you will by now have noticed that the minister and team would stop from time to time to engage any member of the graduating party. Sometimes it's just a question, and then other times it's an expression, an encouragement as they make the transition in their career. Most serving members observing what's happening now will also remember the times when they were on the parade square. I too am no different. I remember when I was spoken to by the minister, and even today, I still remember how I felt in that moment.
And if we observe carefully, ladies and gentlemen, the third squad on parade is the female squad. And we just observed one member of that squad having a brief conversation with the minister as the reviewing party continues.
Sherman, did you say a female squad? I don't hear any applause going up. Come on, let's big up the females on parade.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the members of batch 155 have been with us since February 2024. And of course, they have been led by Ms. Kemisha Grinley, Deputy Superintendent of Police in charge of the Harmon Barracks Training Campus. This batch has been instrumental in quite a number of outreach and other activities, and we want to put our hands together for them.
Come on, man, make it strong, make it strong. They've done quite a bit. They've started their community outreach from within training, and they must be commended.
This batch, ladies and gentlemen, has planned and executed a campus beautification project at the foyer of the Harmon Barracks Training Campus.
They've also participated in a 5K European Union run and Sigma run, and was placed first, both events they covered.
They have donated food and clothing as well as other well-needed supplies to the Mary Atkins Night Shelter for the Homeless.
They didn't stop there. They visited and donated food and clothing, of course, to the Maxfield Park Children's Home. Give it up for them.
They have also participated in many outreach activities and projects, and visited quite a number of schools where they had devotions and interacted with the students there. I'm sure Ms. Kemisha Gridley is very proud this afternoon to know that the members of batch 155 have already started to make very meaningful contributions and impact to the people in Jamaica. Put your hands together for batch 155. At this time, we can also observe that the reviewing party is inspecting the Jamaica Constabulary Force Band. And the band, of course, is led by Mr. Doran McCarthy, a Deputy Superintendent of Police, and he has a number of other ranks present here with him this afternoon.
Having concluded their visit to the Constabulary Force Band, the parade commander will now seek permission to carry on with the remainder of the parade. And of course, same will be granted, because I'm sure all persons are looking forward to what batch 155 and staff has in mind for them. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, the reviewing party is making their way back to the saluting desk, of course, with the exception of the parade commander, who is now taking his position once more where he will guide the members of Batch 155.
Parade! Dressing! And close on up. Roll! Dress! Parade! Always! Front! Parade! Shoulder! Arms! Parade well! March pass in slow and quick time. Move to the right and taze. Roll! Done! Right, boy, the left, slow, march.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we want to encourage you to take your cameras out. This is one of the most exciting parts of our graduation exercise for most of our visiting friends.
We also want to remind you to be mindful of the persons who are behind you trying to view what's happening in the parade square. So let's share the space now.
into quick time. Quick march! Wait, advance, lay, done. Wait, order, arms. Dressing, and open, order, roll, dress. Steady! Number 2, number 1 squad, just follow shade. Steady! Number 5, number 1 squad, just back a shade. Number 5, number 1 squad, just back a shade. Steady! Number 6 man, just follow shade. Steady! Number 7 man, number 1 squad, just back a shade. Steady! Stand still! The front rank! Number 2 man, number 1 squad, just back a shade. Steady! Number 2 man, pull the left boot back. Steady! Number 3 man, just follow the shade. Steady! Number 4 man, just back a shade. Wait. Steady! Number 5 man, just follow the shade. Number 6 man, just follow the shade. Steady! Number 7 man, just back a shade. Steady! Stand still! The center right! Number one squad just for a shade. Steady. Number two squad just for a shade. Number two squad. Steady. Number two squad just for a shade. Steady. Stand still. The rear rank. Hey! Always front.
Party, right and left. Turn. Party, by the center. Quick move.
As we observe the parade commander and team leave the parade square, we pause to acknowledge the presence of and welcome Mr. Richard Stewart, Deputy Commissioner of Police, in charge of Administration and Support Services portfolio.
So we just want to correct that to say that Mr. Stewart was recently in charge of the portfolio mentioned, but he is now in charge of the crime and security portfolio. We also want to acknowledge Ms. Charmaine Shand, Assistant Commissioner of Police, with responsibility for the Community Safety and Security Branch. We also have with us Mr. Gary Francis, a Senior Superintendent of Police, with responsibility for the Police Emergency Control Center.
You know, Charmaine, when that error was made a while ago, I heard somebody say, mm-hmm. And you know that in Jamaica, that means, you know, watch out, trouble is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you're entertained, and we continue the entertainment for you. If you look to the far regions of the drill square, you'll see another group of persons in denim. Those persons are members of batch 158, and they are here to demonstrate with high coordination and skills what they have learned so far and how they are involved in this particular ceremony. You can go ahead and give them a nice loud round of applause to let them know that you appreciate their involvement in this ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, batch 158 are junior constables in training. However, they are playing their very important role here this afternoon as they help the members of batch 155 to get a little more comfortable as we transition to the next phase of the graduation exercise.
The unit and synchronization you witness is not merely for show. They are a testament of the rigorous training and unwavering commitment required in law enforcement. Look what they are doing, ladies and gentlemen, and at your own time, go ahead and show them some love. Look at that, look at that. Talk about precision. And we can use all the beautiful words to describe how precise they were, how in synchrony they were, but in Jamaica we said them bad, not true. Wow, look at that.
This means, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the second phase of the graduation exercise. At this time, we would like to invite Mr. Aaron Fletcher, Senior Superintendent of Police, representing the Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of Training Branch and Director of the National Police College, and he will be bringing welcome and acknowledgements.
Thank you. Dr. the Honorable Horace Chang, CD, MP, Deputy Prime Minister of Jamaica and Minister of National Security. Mr. Andrew Smith, representing the Custos of St. Catherine. Dr. Kevin Blake, Commissioner of Police. Mr. Clifford Blake, Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the Inspectorate and Professional Oversight Bureau. Mr. Richard Stewart, Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of Crime, Security and Intelligence Portfolio. Mr. Andrew Lewis, Acting Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the Administration and Support Services Portfolio. Other senior officers, members of the gazetted ranks, senior members of the executive of the Jamaica Police Federation, members of the rank and file, Mr. Damian Price, President of the District Constables Association, specially invited guests, families, friends, well-wishers. Last, but by no means least, our center of attraction for the day, the graduating batch of 155. Ladies and gentlemen all, a hearty welcome. It is indeed an esteemed privilege and a pleasure to have been afforded this opportunity to extend welcome and share this momentous occasion marking a milestone in the journey of this proud grouping of young patriots who have chosen to serve our country and people. Heartiest congratulations are in order for you, the graduates of Batch 155. As you now embark on your journey in law enforcement, be always cognizant of the fact that you are stepping into a vital role within our communities in what is established, well established, as being a dynamic and challenging environment consistently impacted by evolving trends and tendencies in crime. I implore you, embrace your role as law enforcement officers. Serve with honor and integrity. You have taken an oath to uphold the law and serve your community with integrity. As you don your uniform, keep in mind the values of honor and service that define a true police officer. Your commitment to these principles will guide you through the complexities of your duties and profoundly solidify your status as a brand ambassador for our force for good. Consistently exhibit courage and resilience. Be always mindful the path ahead may be fraught with challenges, but your training has equipped you with the skills necessary to face them. Remember that courage is not the absence of fear, but the determination to act in spite of it. Adapt and consistently exhibit our brand image. Be impactful in the community as you protect and serve. Bearing in mind, your role is not just about enforcing laws, it's about building trust within community. Therefore, engage with citizens, listen to their concerns, and work collaboratively to foster a safer environment for all. In this era, the information age demands that law enforcement officers be soundly knowledgeable, educated, and equipped to deliver first-class service consistently to our numerous and varied publics. Continuous learning is therefore imperative. Law enforcement is an ever-evolving field. As far as is practicable, stay abreast of developments locally and globally. Be informed of evolving criminal trends and tendencies in crime, counter strategies and technologies, and importantly, the needs of your community, the communities that you serve. Your willingness to learn and engage will enhance your effectiveness as an ambassador for the JCF. As encouraged by Professor Jeffrey Pfeffer in his book, 7 Rules of Power, network relentlessly. Seek out support and guidance. Lean on your peers. You are not alone in this journey. Build strong relationships with your fellow officers. They will be invaluable sources of support and camaraderie as you navigate the demands of your new role. I implore you, network beyond your immediate circle as you seek to enhance your knowledge and value within law enforcement and beyond. As you graduate today, take pride in your accomplishments and look forward to making a meaningful difference in your community. Remember that the knowledge and skills that you have acquired throughout your tenure at the law enforcement education and training institution of choice within the region, are not intended just to be used as tools for law enforcement. Rather, they are intended to be employed at all times as instruments of empowerment and justice. Use them wisely, use them ethically, and use them with compassion and integrity. Uphold the values of professionalism, respect, and fairness in all your interactions and endeavors, and strive to be agents of positive change in your communities. Thanks to the team at the NPCJ for inspiring and shaping our newest batch of fully fledged ambassadors of a force for good. Together, we are making a positive difference. I wish you, Batch 155, every success, and may we all today enjoy a grand celebration of the milestone of our brothers and sisters who have chosen to serve. Once again, welcome all and do enjoy this momentous occasion. Thank you.
I want to say thank you to Mr. Aaron Fletcher, Senior Superintendent of Police, representing the Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of training. Next, we have the valedictory address, and the valedictorians are number 25306, Constable Jamario James, and number 25358, Constable Sandre Smith. Constable James hails from Church Street, Kingston, and he attended the St. Andrew Technical High School. He obtained 8 subjects there. His hobbies include playing chess, football, and surfing the net. He lives by the philosophy, the magic you are looking for is in the work you are avoiding. Words of the motivational speaker, Chris Williamson.
Constable Smith is from Broadgate, St. Mary, and she attended the St. Mary Technical High School. She is a practical nurse with over 4 years of experience. Her hobbies include reading and traveling. She's guided by the philosophy, if mistakes were not meant to be made, then pencils wouldn't be made with erasers. Ladies and gentlemen, Constables James and Smith.
Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, Deputy Prime Minister of Jamaica, Minister of National Security, and Member of Parliament.
Dr. Kevin Blake, Commissioner of Police.
Mr. Richard Stewart, Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of Crime and Security Portfolio.
Mr. Clifford Blake, Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the Inspectorate and the Professional Standards Oversight Bureau.
Mr. Andrew Lewis, Acting Deputy Commissioner in charge of Administration and Support Services Portfolio.
Senior Superintendent of Police, Mr. Aaron Fletcher, who is representing Mr. Merrick Watson, Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of Training Branch and Director of the National Police College of Jamaica.
Other gazetted officers of the Constabulary.
Other sworn and unsworn members of the JCF.
Members of the Jamaica Defense Force.
Members of the Department of Correctional Services.
The Jamaica Fire Brigade.
Family members.
Friends.
Well-wishers.
And those joining on the various JCF social media platforms.
And last, but by no means least, members of Batch 155.
Pleasant afternoon to you all. Thank you for tuning in to Batch 155. We are reporting live from the National Police College of Jamaica. I am number 25358, Constable Sandra Smith.
And number 25306, Constable Jamario James.
Your proud valedictorians. In the words of Frederick Douglass, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. We stand here today as a testament.
Like Martin Luther King Jr., we had a dream.
Law, order, peace, justice, the desire of all citizens. Batch 155 is committed to aid in the maintenance of law and order, peace, and justice.
On Sunday, November 12, 2023, Batch 155 was discovered. With beaming smiles and shorn heads, we arrived at the Harman Barracks training campus, surrounded by shades of black and white. We were welcomed with thunderous and commanding voices. Come this way, family members and friends, leave them and go. As we anticipated the beginning of this journey, we were excited, though uncertain of the challenges that awaited us.
The journey required us to awaken before dawn, as we were introduced to the life of an aspiring law enforcement officer. Each day started promptly at 4 a.m. with chores. Then morning discipline, where we were accounted for with a muster parade before each session. The purpose of this was to give an account of all members, and we better not be late. Through this process, we were taught the importance of discipline through accountability and punctuality.
Corporal Edwards and his team could be heard each morning shouting, "Down for push-ups, flat out," during our physical training activities. If a recruit failed to execute, we would hear, "On a strike, extended line." Through physical training, we learned tolerance and gained endurance.
We soon traded our sneakers for combat boots, where the art of drill and the extraordinaires were introduced. Corporal Price, whose passion resonated in each lesson as discipline was enforced. This taught us that movement was strictly prohibited on the parade. The drill instructors used the various measures to ensure each of us was retrofitted with the discipline that governs the standards of the National Police College of Jamaica and the JCF at large.
Classes were 5 days per week, religiously 9 through 5. We were meticulously furnished with lessons encompassing the laws, policies, and procedures governing the JCF. We were given what we thought were impossible tasks to be completed within a timely manner, while balancing all our other responsibilities aimed at sharpening our time management skills. We struggled to stay awake as our bodies and minds fought staggeringly to defy the chance of instructors. Recruits are magicians indeed, as we had no choice but to align our bodies and minds with the task at hand.
Through this all, we never gave up, as we knew that the lessons were paramount to our growth and development. At the end of each phase, our knowledge and competencies were tested in the form of an examination, and like eagles, we soared with excellence as we excelled in both phases.
A number of us was sensitized to the Station Record and Management System, SRMS, in keeping with the transformational phase of the JCF as part of Jamaica's Vision 2030 goals. We pause to extend our heartiest gratitude to Mr. Richard Stewart, Deputy Commissioner of Police, who until recently headed the Administration and Support Services portfolio, for his visionary leadership and transformational ideas that has led to the college receiving institutionalized certification from the International Association of Directors Law Enforcement Standard Training, IDLS, as well as Accredited Training Organization, ATO, through HART, NCT VET, and other certifications to follow. Sir, we thank you. As trainees of Batch 155, we have benefited tremendously from your vision and expertise, and for that, we are extremely grateful.
On Saturday, February 10, 2024, we transitioned from recruits to trainee constables. We celebrated in the presence of family members and friends as we accomplished a milestone. We took the oath of office and swore to serve the people of Jamaica and those who came to our shores. This moment cemented in our minds that we were now part of a greater body whose aim is to make Jamaica a better place.
We also learned the meaning of community-based policing, which included giving back to the less fortunate, where we visited and made donations to the Maxfield Park Children's Home and the Marie Atkins Night Shelter. Training was not just all work, as we were given the opportunity to unwind as we were engaged in entertainment activities such as socials, sports day, debate, drill, and football competitions, where the different talents of the batch were displayed. The batch also undertook a project to transform the foyer at the Harmon Barracks training campus.
Our curtains at Harmon Barracks closed when we transitioned to Camp Verley to earn the status of tacticians. It was now time for physical training to be put to the test, as we were now introduced to the Department of Weapons and Tactical Training through less lethal, firearms, and fieldcraft. This challenged us to push beyond our limits, and in doing so, we were shaped not just as police officers, but as individuals.
During our training period, we built bonds and made new friends. Some may even say family. However, the time came where we all had to be separated for the purpose of indulging in on-the-job training. All the skills, knowledge, and training and moral principles that we were equipped with were now being put to the test, as our final destination was a training division which is an extension of the National Police College of Jamaica.
We approached the training division with a mindset to learn, unlearn, and relearn. We were all given the opportunity to engage in day-to-day policing activities. A special thanks to all those who helped to shape our experience and guided our development in making us proficient members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The experience has left an unforgettable mark on us. After 11 months of arduous and transformational training, Batch 155 is geared and ready to aid in maintaining law and order. We will ensure the Jamaica Constabulary Force remains a force for good.
We stand by the mantra, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the process to others, as to protect and serve is not just a duty, but a commitment to loyalty, honor, and selfless service. Today, we are flanked by upstanding and outstanding members of the force, a true representation of who we believe police officers should be.
As defined by the Oxford Dictionary, Police is the civil force of a state responsible for the protection and prevention, as well as the detection of crime and the maintenance of public order. We boldly stand here today, adding to an already coined definition. We have our own acronym as to what we believe police officers should be.
Means protect. We pledge to protect the people in Jamaica, making Jamaica the ultimate destination to live, work, raise families, and do business.
O means order. We promise to maintain and preserve order. Our history dates back to 1716, and we stand on that foundation.
L is for laws. We will maintain and uphold steadfastly in enforcing that the Jamaica Constabulary Force is constant in upholding legal standards while ever being loyal to our oath of office.
I is for integrity. We promise to serve with integrity while keeping our code of ethics at the forefront of our minds.
C is for courage. We promise to serve courageously while being mindful of the needs of the people we serve.
Finally, the E stands for ethics.
We vow to effectively and efficiently uphold the standards of this noble organization. Graduates of Batch 155, as we transition to constables, we pledge to remain true to our oath of office, the vision and the mission in the Jamaica Constabulary Force.
As we embark on this journey, let us keep God at the forefront of our lives as we serve and protect the people in Jamaica without favor, malice, or ill will.
Always remember, we did not come to fear the future. We came here to shape it. Forward we go, as we once more pledge to help make the Jamaica Constabulary Force a force for good. Jamaica, you can always count on Batch 155 to be your protectors, as we pledge to uphold the rule of law. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the valedictorians have performed at an extremely high standard throughout basic training. They were pretty consistent in all their assignments, their courseworks, their exams. Put your hands together for them. We will now move to the presentation of the basic training certificates. These will be presented by Mr. Lawrence Ogilvie, Superintendent of Police and Commandant here at the National Police College. These, of course, will be collected by the respective class captains. Representing squad number 1, number 25336, Constable Akeem Newman.
Squad 2, number 25322, Constable Hwayne Mattis.
Squad number 3, number 25325, Constable Marsha Gay McLean.
Squad 4, number 25257, Constable Brian Beckford.
And squad number 5, number 25327, Constable Leon McLeish. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the class captains of squads 1 to 5 of Batch 155.
I'm sure you would have figured out what the meaning of class captain is, but so you understand it from a training perspective, the class captains are always given the responsibility of representing their batchmates, and of course they will have to dual role by representing the instructional staff when the instructors are not around. So they would be the ones to form that fulcrum and to be that point of balance where maintaining the standards of training is concerned. The class captains would sometimes run into problems with their own squad mates, but it's a burden they had to bear in order to make sure that we continue the high level of training that, of course, was established from the get-go.
Some persons like to refer to them as mini sub-officers because, of course, they have to ensure that they keep the squad in line in the absence of their classroom instructors.
You know, sometimes they would be given ranks by their squad mates, right?
For sure. Trainee corporal.
And so on, true. But at the end of the day, this is a really, really proud moment for everyone. And I want batch 155 to give them a round of applause for having supported you through your training.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the presentation of the individual awards. We have 4 areas of recognition. They are Best Marksmanship Principles,
Highest mark obtained,
Best Leadership Qualities,
and Best All-Round Performance. The first award is being presented for Best Marksmanship Principles, and this will be presented by Mr. Lawrence Ogilvie, Superintendent of Police and Commandant for the Faculty of Initial and Probationer Training. The recipient is number 25353, Constable Jean-Claude Silvera. Constable Silvera is from Spanish Town, St. Catherine, and he attended the St. Catherine High School. He has a certificate in architectural and represented both his high school and parish in rugby and national levels. His hobbies include rugby, swimming, and cricket. His personal philosophy reads, "No matter how hard time gets, this will always get better, because after the storm, there is always a calm." Ladies and gentlemen, Constable Jean-Claude Silvera.
Ladies and gentlemen, the constable who is awarded Best Marksmanship Principles must demonstrate at all times exceptional skills in the use, maintenance, and handling of all the weapons they are trained to use by the Department of Weapons and Tactical Training. Put your hands together for him. The second award will be presented for the category of highest mark obtained on course. This will be presented by Mr. Aaron Fletcher, Senior Superintendent of Police, representing the Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of the training branch. The recipient of this award is number 25288, Constable Camelia Gordon. Constable Gordon is from Accompong Town, St. Elizabeth. And she attended the St. Elizabeth Technical High School, where she obtained 15 subjects, inclusive of CAPES and CSEC. And we can tell that the members from Accompong Town are very proud of her. All of them are here today celebrating this achievement with her. Her hobbies include dancing, listening to music, and reading. She lives by the philosophy, patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Words of ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle. She obtained an average of 89%. Ladies and gentlemen, Constable Camelia Gordon. Ladies and gentlemen, highest mark obtained, 15 subjects. The constable who has attained the highest mark on course has demonstrated outstanding proficiency in all academic components of their basic training. Put your hands together for Constable Gordon once more. And I tell you, while I interviewed her briefly to decide on how we would introduce her, I found she had such a warm personality. Put your hands together for her, man. Miss Gordon is doing extremely well.
The third award is being presented for Best Leadership Qualities. This will be presented by Dr. Kevin Blake, Commissioner of Police. The recipient of this award is number 25322, Constable Hwayne Mattis. And even if you're not here in support of Mattis, please put your hands together for him being acknowledged and awarded. Constable Mattis hails from North Street in Kingston, and he attended the Kingston Technical High School, where he was deputy head boy. He then pursued a one-year certificate program in warehouse at the Caribbean Maritime Pre-University. His hobbies include playing rugby and football, of course. His personal philosophy states, once you have life, you have a chance. Ladies and gentlemen, Constable Hwayne Mattis.
The constable who is awarded Best Leadership Qualities exemplifies to all of us here at the National Police College exceptional leadership traits to include self-awareness, respect, empathy, vision, learning, agility, courage, and resilience. Put your hands together once more for Constable Hwayne Mattis. The fourth and final award will be presented for the category of Best All-Round Performance. And this will be presented by Dr. Horace Chang, Deputy Prime Minister of Jamaica and Minister of National Security. The recipient is number 25302, Constable Dante Hill. Constable Hill hails from Ocherius in St. Anne, and he attended the Ferncourt High School, then the JCF's Cadet Academy. His hobbies include drill, playing music, and watching football. He lives by the philosophy, work hard, win easy. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Constable Dante Hill. We want to also at this time acknowledge Inspector Tanisha Johnson and the members from the Cadet Academy who are here this afternoon in support of Constable Dante Hill, a former member of the Cadet Academy here at the National Police College.
The Best All-Round Performance Award is conferred upon the constable who demonstrates exemplary performance across all facets of basic training. One more time as he leaves this spot of ground.
And by now we know the motto, One Cadet Academy. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to help us welcome our keynote speaker for this afternoon, our Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, the Honorable Dr. Horace Anthony Chang.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my privilege and pleasure to deliver the keynote address even to Batch 155. And now Dr. Kevin Blake, our Commissioner of Police, the Deputy Commissioners present, all four, Mr. Merrick Watson, I think he's represented by Senior Superintendent Mr. Aaron Fletcher today, other members of the management team of the NPCJ, many officials and dignitaries and members of the Police Federation, in particular, who are in attendance, graduates, relative friends and well-wishers, and in particular, greetings to the friends and well-wishers and family members of the Batch 155. It's let me express my appreciation for allowing your friend, your family member, to join the Jamaica Constabulary Force, a force for good, and an important, most important security institution in our country. Members of the media present, ladies and gentlemen, again, good afternoon. Passing out parade is our routine event on the Jamaica Constabulary Force calendar. But today, take note that by the end of this calendar year, I think this government have recruited this 6,000, just over 6,000 young Jamaicans into the police force. And I therefore want to take the opportunity to commend the National Police College of Jamaica for the work they're doing. Because indeed, when you get to that number out of a total of near 14,000, which is the establishment number, it means that Mr. Watson, his predecessor, ACP, I don't know the name, and the entire team here, in particular drill sergeant officers, are setting the character of the Jamaica Constabulary Force today. And I must confess that I will get complaints, but most times now I get some comments that I really take pride in and respect and want to commend and extend to the police force. It's very often that I will meet someone who said to me, Minister, I met two young officers today, and they really were sharp, smart, and professional. And I want to commend the National Police College for the work they're doing and to welcome Batch 155, the next batch of outstanding young Jamaicans joining our constabulary force. The increased frequency of these events not only speaks to the experience and expertise of the instructors at NPCJ, but it highlights in every railway the quality recruits who are opting to make law enforcement their career of choice, and reflects the continued commitment of the government of Jamaica, this government, to continue to invest in our police force, expand it to its appropriate size, and provide the resources that is required to ensure public safety and good order in Jamaica. Recruits, you have chosen to become a part of the force for good in Jamaica. You have made the right choice. Welcome to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Graduates, today marks the beginning of a professional journey of service and sacrifice to your homeland, Jamaica. As you don your uniform and step into your new role as police officers, you're embarking on a path filled with challenges, but equally with incredible opportunities. You have trained rigorously, learned the intricacies of the law, and developed skills necessary to protect and serve citizens of the communities. Indeed, you have proven your resilience, commitment, and passion for making a difference. I want to personally again thank you for choosing to serve our country at this time. Recently, I was asked about my own decision to serve the people of Jamaica for some 4 decades. Such a decision in service has always come from a deep personal conviction that we can contribute to making Jamaica a better place. I most find that this mood of optimism and hope always permeates passing out parades. Your friends, your relatives are pleased with your graduation, and years on the parade, you look sharp and ready to contribute to our country's development. It's indeed a good day, a good time for the graduates. As you reflect on your journey of hard work, dedication, perseverance that got you to this point, I would like to use the opportunity to provide some insights based on government's policy imperative that will affect your daily life and work as a police officer. 8 years ago, 2016, this government took the policy decision to invest strategically in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. There was a call for more boots on the ground, was a call for changes and a number of other calls in the that was sent to the government and affecting the Jamaica Constabulary Force. This meant not only, but we took the decision to invest strategically, not to remove and not to change, not just to change or to abolish and change, but to invest in an institution that has served this country well for well over 100 years. This meant not only to put increased resources into the JCF, but to critically improve policing efficiency throughout the island by technology, to increase resource availability, both in terms of human capital, the most critical element of an effective institution, and material resources, and to transform the JCF into the quality, professional, and effective law enforcement entity that it intends to be. By all metrics, we have made these investments and they are providing positive returns to the people of Jamaica. Cumulatively, we have invested approximately $30 billion in the capital projects and development program of the JCF, including the expansion over the last 8-year period, and projected to spend maybe another $43 billion over the next 4 financial years. Today, we have recruited near 6,000 trained police officers, taking the force to its approved establishment of 14,000, the net gain of 3,000 of what we found at 11,000, but for the first time approaching our establishment numbers. This allows for far more efficient deployment of officers where threat risks arise. In addition to the increased numbers, our strategic investment in the JCF has enabled officers to have better working conditions, better tools to fight crime. Through the public sector compensation review, the government ensured that police officers received a better salary, not yet fully where it should be, but a better package that was more befitting of our police officers and provide a better framework for future negotiations and development of our compensation for our hard-working police officers. These investments have positively impacted police morale and have resulted in significant gains in crime fighting. For the public, these investments resulting in better police-community relations, improved mutual respect between police and the community members, and of course, increased trust and collaboration between the police and the community they serve, resulting in significant gains by our police force in dealing with elements of extreme criminality and disorder. Notwithstanding the deeply entrenched and historical criminal violence that have plagued several of our communities, the JCF of today is in a much better position to be deployed efficiently and to intercept the perpetrators of crime in a timely manner. Having these enhanced capabilities, the police are now able to restore and strengthen dialogue with residents, building trust where there was once fear, and fostering cooperation where there may once have been division. Graduates, you have the opportunity to continue to rebuild, strengthen, and deepen that trust between the police and the communities by demonstrating that you are committed to protecting and serving with integrity the communities that you'll be deployed in. This will guarantee your continued success in effectively restoring public order and public safety in a sustainable manner. Through the efforts of the police, the crime rate has been on a steady downward trajectory for the past 2 years. Nationally, the murder rate is down to 18%. You know, I pause here because they said when we announced this activity that some tend to go out there and try to make it worse. But I want to say today, and I say with confidence, that I know that the Commissioner and the leadership of the police force across the island at all divisions are committed to preventing these violence perpetrators from continuing disruption in society. And I know while some will look on and a bit skeptical, I'm confident that they will continue their activities and deployment and will keep the crime rate going down, in particular homicides. They have saved hundreds of lives by doing this. We examine some divisions. For example, we are seeing a 30% reduction in St. James. In fact, that division has not exceeded 10 murders for any month since June of this year. It's a remarkable achievement. It is where my constituency exists. And I recall not so long ago, 1 November, there were 47 murders in 1 month. We had three triple murders and 2 quintuple. I am now happy to say that this is behind us, and those days will not return with the quality of the police force we have today and the force that you as young men and young women are joining. You're joining a force for good, but a force that is now efficient and committed to dealing with the violence perpetrators in our society. So I can say it loudly and clearly, these days are behind us. One of the critical things that we have done was to expand the size of the force over the past 6 years. We're just below the establishment strength. The police to population ratio today is 45 to 100,000 citizens, which is above the generally accepted world standard of 300 police officers per 100,000. But that number affects communities with much less disorder and significantly lower homicide rates. We have had to build out the force, provide the tools required to take on organized criminal networks that are out there determined not only to disrupt the society, create disorder, but to take the lives of our innocent citizens. This police force, led by Commissioner Kevin Blake, Dr. Kevin Blake, and the senior officers beside him, is committed to restoring public order and public safety and ensuring that such characters will not continue to take the lives of innocent citizens. This has allowed the force to increase its deployment and fully size also the critical crime fighting outfits, such as the operation support teams and the area fugitive apprehension teams that are being built out across the island. We will continue to provide the police officers with the state-of-the-art force multiplier tools to increase their efficiency and effectiveness. We will continue to build out the Jamaica CCTV camera system, augment our crime mapping and data analytics, strengthen the Jamaica Constabulary Force communication through microwave networks, expand specialized training and intelligence network, and we increase the use and incorporation of technology. We have done much work, and the police is doing a lot of work. But there's more to be done, and your contribution as children of the digital age is welcome, both in terms of manpower and human resource, but in your ideas. Coming from communities that are impacted, we welcome your ideas through your commanding officers to how you can further interact with your community and ensure that we have a safe Jamaica. Graduates, building trust and fostering relationship with the communities are critical to effective policing. Let me remind you that as police officers, you're not just enforcers of the law, you're members of the community. As you take on your duties, you must make community engagement the cornerstone of your work. Integrity and accountability, and you must guide your actions. You must take care of your physical and emotional well-being. As I close, I have no doubt that each of you will rise to the occasion, embodying the values of courage, service, and compassion. You have the unique opportunity to make a positive impact on the lives of individuals and families and make a significant contribution to the growth and development of your country. To be a source of support to entire communities during their times of need. To be the voice of justice for the victims. In this way, you will act not only enhance public safety, but build bridges that strengthen the very fabric of the society. I wish each of you well. I know that you will make us proud and you'll make a significant contribution to the development of your country. Batch 155, welcome and best wishes in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Our force for good. Thank you.
I want to say thank you to our minister. I'm sure that persons are both educated and inspired by his words of information and cheer. Ladies and gentlemen, the good book in Psalm 144 verses 1 and 2 says, "Blessed be the Lord by my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle. He is my steadfast love and my fortress, my stronghold, and my deliverer, my shield, in whom I take refuge. With that said, we now invite our Chief Chaplain of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Pastor Dr. Gary Boudou Fletcher, to commit these 129 constables to the throne of grace.
Batch 155, congratulations, you have done well. Put your hands together for yourselves. From cover to cover, the Bible is filled with wonderful words of hope. One such passage is John 16:33, and I quote, "These things I have spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer, I have overcome the world." Another powerful text is Matthew 28 and verse 20. "I am with you always, even to the end of the age." We are assured of God's presence as you leave these hallowed walls today to represent your country as law enforcement officers. Let us pray. So, Lord, presented before you this afternoon are members of batch 155, 129 of your sons and daughters who need your blessings and protection as they face the challenges of policing in Jamaica. From the crown of their heads to the soles of their feet, cover them, Almighty Father, as a hen protects her young chicks. And let each young constable be a beacon of hope for a new Jamaica. I place before you as well their respective family members who have sacrificed time and resources to help their loved ones achieve this great milestone. Bless them too, Lord, and continue to give them the wherewithal to be of even greater strength and encouragement to their loved ones who are graduating today. Manifest your presence and continue to do so, Lord, in the wider JCF, as we fulfill the mandate of serving, protecting, and reassuring all those who come within the boundaries of this beautiful island we call Jamaica. And so the blessings of the Lord be upon you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you all and give you his peace, both now and forevermore. Let everyone say, Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Dr. Gary Boudou Fletcher. We didn't hear the part of the prayer that has asked for us to continue to have a very cool afternoon, but I'm sure for all those who have been praying all day for the rains to wait until we're home this evening, that part of things have been going well so far. So we were anticipating a few drops, but thanks be to God, it has been a very wonderful afternoon so far, and our audience has also been very wonderful. Put your hands together for yourselves. I'm sure you have been enjoying the proceedings so far, and at this time we will be continuing with the show. We can see the members of batch 158 getting ready to make their way onto the parade square once more, and the members of batch 155 are also getting ready for action once more.
The thing I want to point out about batch 155 is that on this platform, they are demonstrating to you the standard that they have adopted, and they are showing you that they are well on way with their training. So you should not be quiet at this moment. You should be letting them understand that you love what they're doing. Give them a round of applause, man. If you notice, no one is giving them any instruction. This is all from repetition and hours of practice. Of course, I must also commend the instructional team, the drill instructors who made sure that this drill is being executed seamlessly. I hear you, I hear you. Show them some love, show them some love.
And as the members of Batch 158 exit the parade square, we can also see the parade commander and his team. They are also getting themselves in readiness as they too will be returning to the parade square in a moment's notice.
Wow, look at that. In training, we call that marking time or high knees. Yes, you can shout a name, you can call out for somebody you love, of course. Go ahead and enjoy yourself. Sherman, everybody wants their name to be heard now, you know, the one that they're here in support of. All right, thank you so much for cooperating, ladies and gentlemen. You have been such an awesome audience, and you have been working with us. You are quiet when you're supposed to be, and you loud up the place when you are allowed to. We have the parade commander and his team making their way back to their locations pre-assigned on parade. I want to point out that the parade commander, in the person of Mr. Dave Foreman, has also joined the ranks at the very stage of the persons that are now under his command, and has worked his way up to this prestigious position. And he's now representing not only the Constabulary force, but he's representing training in general all over the region.
Party will advance. Right and left. Turn. Parade. Shoulder. Arms. Parade will advance in review order by the center. Quick march!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand.
Parade! General salute! Present! Ups! Parade! Shoulder! Arms! Parade! Order! Arms!
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
The parade commander has approached. He is now thanking the minister for his involvement in today's ceremony, and he has sought and received permission to march off the parade. But if you know NPCJ, you know that it will not be done just like that. So watch the parade commander as he takes us into this final segment of this awesome ceremony.
Parade! Roll it! Dress! Party. Right and left. Then. Party. By the center. Quick march.
And of course, the delegates from the instructional staff, they are now going to position themselves for the final marching of the parade. But before we go, the parade commander has another surprise for you, because the persons under his command will now show you the fine style, what drill is really all about here at the National Police College of Jamaica. So they prepared for you a display, and we want you to enjoy. Take your phones out and make sure you capture this moment, as it will go down in history as one of the best.
By the center. Quick march.
This is when you make all the noise you want to make, ladies and gentlemen, as they show you what they've been working assiduously to present to you.
We want to also acknowledge Constables Clark and Robinsons, the masterminds behind this display.
Look at them, look at them, look at them. Keep the applause going, keep the applause going. This takes a lot of concentration on their part. So you have actions being taken both in fast and that's the wave in slow motion. Come on, give it up for them. This takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of fitness. It takes a lot of concentration, and they worked hard, ladies and gentlemen. They were at this night and day. Let them feel your love. If you notice, the transitions are seamless, and this was only possible through repetition, training, hours on end in the sun and the rain. They were at this for you. They've done what we call ground arms, and they've left their rifles on the ground. But have you noticed that they've done something for you? For those persons who are not able to see what they've written on the ground, from your viewpoint, they have written JCF 1867, 157 years. Come on, give it up for them. Give it up.
The show continues, ladies and gentlemen, as these constables go to retrieve their rifles. And they do have a whole lot more in store for you. So keep the applause going.
We want to point out, ladies and gentlemen, that the choreography that you are looking at now did not come from some movie or from somebody's material on YouTube. The persons responsible for this awesome display, those persons are Constables Clark and Robinson, our very own drill instructors here at the National Police College that has put the demonstration together. And we just want to say, big up, you did excellent.
Pay keen attention, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at this coming up. Look at this one. And they continue to demonstrate excellence and precision.
Beautiful. Takes a lot of concentration. We call this the gravity defying. They release their weapons for a moment and the next person takes it over. And this is just amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem. You may be seated. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the end of today's graduation exercise. It has been a wonderful day so far. And we again want to acknowledge the members of Batch 155 for their commitment, dedication, hard work, and resilience over the past few months.
With every step they take, ladies and gentlemen, I am sure they are pondering what the future will be like, but I'm also sure that that concentration or that those thoughts are coming with anxiety, excitement, and of course a whole lot of love and the will and drive to go forward. We notice, ladies and gentlemen, that some persons are moving out of their seats. We are not quite done with what we have for you, and therefore we're going to ask that as they make their way off the parade square, you just remain seated until you're given further instruction as you continue to be just the amazing audience that you've been since we started.
As we see the parade commander and his team get themselves in readiness to lead the members of Batch 155 off the parade square, we want to thank them for the excellent work they have done in helping to prepare the members of Batch 155 155. We also want to at this time thank the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force Band, as they have been providing melodious music all afternoon.
We want to thank all the persons of the instructional staff, the parade commander, and all the persons working with him today for a job well done. Our parade commander, Mr. Dave Foreman, Superintendent of Police Supernumerary.
We also want to thank the members from the Department of Weapon and Tactical Training. They are, of course, positioned at strategic locations, and they have been providing exceptional security for this afternoon's activities.
For those persons who benefited from being transported closer to the location, we want to thank the support services for a job well done.
We want to thank the Constabulary Communications Network, as also the external media houses who have been here with us providing coverage for this very significant occasion for the members of Batch 155.
Help me big up the cheer squad one more time. They are from Batch 156 and 158 rather. And they did absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, the cheer squad.
We want to thank all the family members, friends, well-wishers who have traveled from near and far to be here with us this afternoon. It is always a pleasure to have you celebrate with us at our graduation exercise.
And of course, you cannot make it through training without being nourished. And we want to say to the staff from the cafeteria, thank you so much for your hard work day and night to make sure that persons were always fed and having energy to take on each day's task.
Thank God we had no emergencies, but we have the members of the Medical Services Branch who have been in position all afternoon just to ensure that we have a safe afternoon.
For those persons who joined us online via the different social media platforms, we want to say thank you for taking the time to join us so that you can experience this awesome moment with these persons who are making the transition into service to the nation. Thank you.
We again want to acknowledge Miss Kamisha Grinley, who has nourished the members of Batch 155. We mentioned her earlier, and she is the Deputy Superintendent of Police and Deputy Commandant who oversaw the training of members of Batch 155. We want to at this time invite all our specially invited guests to allow the ushers to escort you to the area that was specially prepared for you. We're seeing our Federation Chairman and General Secretary, Sergeants Arlene McBean and Lloyd Duncan. We want to invite them to spend some more time with us this afternoon. And of course, our ushers will escort you. To the friends, family, well-wishers, loved ones, we have just a brief notice for you. We know that you have traveled from near and far. We know that you're excited to see your family members. However, we want to inform you that they do have their official photographs which must be taken, and we want to ask that you remain in position so they can complete those final official activities, after which they will be allowed to meet and greet with you. So just give them a chance to take their official photographs and continue to remain in position. And the families that you are here to support will be with you in short order.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a wonderful day. Thank you for cooperating with us. And every time I stand here, I feel honored just to share this lectern with my supervisor and friend, Charmaine Hassak. I want to say to you that it was just amazing. And I look forward to the next time we do work like this together again. I'm your friend and your serving member, Sergeant Selvin Smith. Wishing you goodbye.
Thank you so much, my wonderful colleague. It's always a pleasure. We want to say to our friends, families, and well-wishers, have a blessed afternoon.